Bom, tinha parado aqui, né? A cidade de... como é que é o nome mesmo? Eliorde. Eu tinha falado que a gente terminou de montar umas guildas. Terminamos de montar a guilda Vesperia, alguma coisa. E a gente vai continuar.
Vesperia has returned to normal.
Yeah, doesn't look like it's gone berserk since then.
Hey, it's those guys we met at Nor Harbor.
Miss Estelle! How have you been? Who is this?
We helped these people out at Nor Harbor.
We can't thank you enough for all you've done for us.
Where's your father?
I haven't seen Teagle, my husband, for the past 3 days.
Sounds like that rumor might be true.
Don't you have any hunches?
Yes. The night before he disappeared, he talked again about working to become a noble.
Become a noble? What do you mean?
When this city is finally completed, we will be able to live here as members of the nobility.
Huh? That doesn't sound quite right.
What do you mean?
The rank of nobility is reserved for those whose service has earned the Emperor's confidence.
But Sir Cumore gave his word to us. He said we would be welcomed as nobles.
Cumore? From the Imperial Knights?
Yes, he is acting as the current magistrate of the city.
I'll bet he is.
That is strange, though. I mean, the Imperial throne is empty and all.
But then why on earth have we been working this hard? And what about Teagle?
Is father not coming back? Hey, Yuri.
You're gonna ask me why we don't take this on as a guild, right?
I promise to take care of her fee when I pay my own.
Well, okay, that's fine.
What? But
So this means our next job is finding a missing person.
And if Cumore is up to his usual stunts, we'll just have to slap him around till he stops.
Right. The Knights do exist for the protection of the people, after all.
Let's just make sure we're careful. The Knights could squash a little guild like us if we get on their bad side.
As you wish.
We'll find your father, I promise. Just wait right here.
Well, that's that. We'll take the job.
thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, let's go find him.
There's something very suspicious about that area over there.
Yeah, even more so because it's marked off limits.
I wonder if there's some way we could get in.
Careful, guys! Remember? Careful!
Mente a gente vai acessar essa área, hein? Por aqui? Por aqui não. Eu tenho que descobrir um jeito de descer por ali, então. Para falar com os NPCs e tentar descobrir alguma coisa. Olha só, tem um negócio ali embaixo. Ah, eu posso tentar vir por aqui, ó. Eu lembro que o Cortador dos Cavaleiros tinha uma passagem. É. Tem outra porta trancada aqui também. Deixa eu ver se tem alguém pra falar aqui. Será que dá pra passar por aqui? Não dá. então. Vou tentar falar com o guarda. Oxi.
I'd like to pass if I could.
Sorry, no can do, buddy. The laborers' camp ahead is too dangerous.
Thank goodness. Knowing you, Yuri, I thought for sure you'd try to force your way through.
Well, proceed with caution and all that. Boss's orders, you know.
But how should we get by the guards?
I really think forcing our way through would be the simplest and most effective way in.
No, I won't allow it. All we need to do is draw the guard away from his post.
But how will we do that?
Maybe by, you know, seducing him with feminine wiles.
Well then.
Eles justificaram. Vai lá, Carol.
Carol should be good for the job.
What? What are you talking about? Why me?
É porque tu deu a ideia.
Sounds good to me.
Ah, ha, ha, ha. So you're in on the joke too, Judith?
No, I'm not really one for jokes.
Huh?
Okay, let's go.
You gotta believe in yourself, Carol. When a lady struts her stuff, she does it with pizzazz.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about. Hey, there's still time, you guys. How about someone else seduce the guard?
When a man makes up his mind, he's got to see it through to the end.
And this is a guild job as well. Don't forget, all for the guild.
Oh, that is so twisting the guild's laws.
Carol, you'll be fine. You'll be the cutest little thing that knight has ever seen.
Being the cutest anything has never been one of my life goals.
Vamos lá, Carol. Primeiro a gente vai te vestir. Vamos ver o que você tem aqui. Tem que ser uma roupa seduzente. Rapaz, tá difícil, viu? Não, ó, essa daqui, muito chavoso, com certeza vai conquistar o guarda. Ou essa daqui, ó. Essa daqui talvez ele não resista, então tem que ser alguma coisa mais calma. Vamos com essa daqui, né? Vai lá, Carol, confio em você. Ué? Quem que eu tenho que falar? Quem que o Carol tem que falar, rapaz? É tu que eu tenho que falar? Ué, com quem que você tem que falar, Carol? Carol... Bora tentar voltar pra estalagem para ver o que acontece. Será que eu tenho que ir lá pra cima? Vai lá, bicho, Carol. Ih, não foi. Eu achei que ia acontecer alguma coisa.
Do you have a dress for a girl that will make her look extremely cute?
Extremely cute? Like something for a date?
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see. You're a boy, am I right?
Well, I don't look like a girl, do I?
Wait. Why are you getting mad at me? Anyway, I don't carry any clothing for young girls.
He says he doesn't have anything. Too bad.
Hold on.
Ah, você vai sim.
If you brought me a soft tail, basilisk scale, and a small bird feather, I could make you something nice. You should be able to get all of the items from the monsters on the outskirts of the city.
All right, let's go.
Vamos lá, Carol, você vai ficar linda.
Do we really have to do all this? It seems like so much trouble.
Captain Carroll, you wouldn't have us abandon your plan, would you?
No, I mean, of course not, but... if only Rita were here right now.
Tua sorte é que a Rita não tá aqui, rapaz. Eu tenho que pegar o que mesmo?
Oh, you wait here while I make you something
Ah, eu já
nice.
tenho os itens. Vamos lá, então.
All is ready. Let's go.
Vamos lá, Carol.
Hey, are you seriously going out in that outfit?
Huh? Something wrong with this?
Well, I could see everything. Never mind that.
It's very cute, and I have a feeling that this is gonna work.
Vamos lá, Carol.
Excuse me,
Get closer to him.
but this is so...
Be brave, Carol.
Excuse me, Mr. Knight.
Huh? You talking to me?
Yes. Could you come over here? I can't find my doggy.
No, I can't leave my post unattended.
But...
I'm sorry. Please don't cry like that.
Carol tá chorando.
Right. I can make some time for your sake.
Oh, I'm so happy. Now please come closer. And as I predicted, it came to blows in the end anyway.
We couldn't really ask you to go all the way with it.
What are you talking about?
Never mind. Change your clothes and go leave that costume at the shop.
Okay.
Tá.
All right, on to the next step.
Huh? What?
It should be easier to go in if you dress like a knight.
Who, me?
Carol would work just as well.
What? Again?
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Vai,
Guess
Yuri.
I'll have to do it. But really, a knight of all things? Oh well, if this helps us fool them, all the better.
Hey! Quit goofing off over there!
Huh? What's the matter?
You should get back to your post before things get even more out of hand.
What do you mean, out of hand?
The mage we captured is running wild! Hurry up!
Roger. Okay, be right back.
Huh? Yuri?
Você se separou de todos, rapaz. Eu queria ver o resto do... Eu queria ver o resto dos personagens, como é que é a ação, mas eu acho que eu não vou poder ver agora. Eu vou deixar um save separado pra ver isso depois. Será que é por aqui? Mano, por que eu vim pra cá? Era pra eu ter descido por lá, mano. A gente não tava tirando guarda daqui, é por aqui. Ah, no alojamento dos cavaleiros, não, beleza.
You got a lot of nerve locking me up in a dump like this.
Do
Do you have any idea who you're dealing with? Get your superior out.
Rita, what is she doing here?
Calm down already! I'll go call him right now!
Shut up!
Wow, she hasn't changed much.
Let me go!
Settle down, it's just me.
Yuri? Are you okay? Rita?
Não, deu tudo certo.
Have you calmed down?
Yeah.
So what are you doing in a place like this?
I thought I'd check out the Blastia here before investigating the air crenny.
And you wound up biting off a little more than you could chew. Just like...
But what was it you got involved in?
They sneaked the Blastia into the labor camp at night. I mean, that's already pretty shady.
Don't tell me you were sneaking around investigating it when you got caught.
Of course not. I was very stealthy about it. And then you got caught. Well, I couldn't just sit around while they were trying to do something weird with the Blastia. The people here have been threatened by the Knights and are being made to work. I bet Teagle's in there too.
We cannot allow this to go on.
And what about this Blastia you saw?
It was a Hope Loan Blastia. It looks like they're gathering them up for a war. They wouldn't. You don't think they're planning on attacking Dongrest again?
But why? After they've just set up the friendship agreement.
It's gotta be Q-More. There's no way he intends to keep any promises he made to the guilds.
Do you know him, Yuri?
You met him once, at Kerbakram.
Oh, you mean the guy with the creepy voice?
I don't mind discussing things here, but aren't we forgetting something?
That's right! We've got to rescue Teagle and the others!
Then we'll put an end to that forced labor, get rid of all the Blastia they're gathering, and,
You can't just get rid of Blastia. They need to be recovered and taken care of.
then we'll have the mages and Ospio come pick them up.
Wait! We're being careful, right?
But,
One thing at a time.
right.
Okay, then let's get back to our original plan and head down.
Okay.
Tá, vamos lá.
Hide!
Ah, my lord. Are you sure you shouldn't be going to the sands of Kogor now, sir?
I don't have to pay attention to Alexei's orders. Using the money and weapons I have, everything will soon be within my reach.
And I hope you remember to appreciate the work Leviathan's Claw has done for you.
Yes, you will be taken care of, Jaeger.
You'll take those weapons I sold you and attack the Union. Boom!
I'm afraid I have my sights set on loftier things than the Union.
Ignoring the Don is a big no-no. He is a wonderful guy, yeah? Don't go forgetting that.
My, it almost sounds as if you respect the man.
Respect him I do, but Leviathan's Claw always gets the job done.
Oh, such dedication. That's just what I like about you. Don't worry though, you're looking at the future Commandant of the Imperial Knights. That fool Alexei telling me to watch the Union while he signs friendship treaties with them.
Yeah, you tell him.
If it were me, I'd crush them in the blink of an eye with your lovely weapons. The Union can't possibly hope to stop me.
Yeah.
Hey, that guy with the weird hair looked over here and laughed.
He definitely spotted us, all right.
So he thinks we're funny, does he?
Man, it's always the same thing with these idiots. So now we know there's a bunch of people being kept down there.
Yeah.
All right, let's go free them from the idiots.
All right. If we find anyone being forced to work, let's tell them to run.
Vou trocar a roupa do Carol de novo, porque deixa eu deixar ele como ele realmente parece. Forte e poderoso. Líder da guilda. Honrado. A estilo eu acho que eu vou trocar também. Não sei o que for nela, na real. Acho que eu vou manter ela assim. Fica muito bem.
You know, in knight's armor, you really do look like a knight, Yuri. You're quite handsome.
You're getting a compliment, you know. It wouldn't hurt to smile.
I'm not really crazy about this getup. I've got bad memories of Flynn laughing his head off about how silly I looked in this.
Well, I think I get how Flynn felt. It's like somebody dressed you up.
No, not at all, Yuri. It's good because it's so different from who you are.
Leave it to Yuri to be different, even in a normal suit of armor.
This is why I hate this uniform.
Carol, não brinque não que eu acabei de te vestir com armadura. Só assim coisa aqui. Código de conduta do trabalhador. Obedecer todas as ordens do circunmore. Obedecer todos os guardas de plantão. Aqueles que se recusarem a obedecer serão punidos. Punidos com o quê? Então, trabalhava no andar de cima, mas me obrigaram a vir pra cá pra baixo. Cozinhar para os trabalhadores de noite. Um tempo para descanso. Que é isso aqui, hein? Vagabundo não tem tempo para descansar. Ordens do circunmore é a construção para sistema em menos de um mês. Que tá vindo? Que tá pensando em desobedecer? Sabe, eu nunca fui bom em receber ordem. Só acreditar.
Sorry if I hurt you.
Ah, é verdade, eu vou aproveitar para testar a espada nova. Deixa eu ver como é que funciona. Ah, eu posso dar 4 hits? Eu acho que é isso.
Sorry for being so strong.
É isso? Não sei. Eu vou ler de novo aqui os status. Ele falou que ele queria virar um nobre mesmo, só que... Ninguém aqui vai virar nobre. Adiciona um acerto a um ataque normal. Pera, o resto é o quê? Deixa eu ver. E durante um passo para realizar um ataque duplo. 3 acertos normais, um básico e um arcano.
Huh? Look who's here. And a group of those red eyes.
Looks like Hugh Moore has become their new client.
Essa armadura que eu botei nele não combina com os outros, não.
Hey, do you think that guy who talks all funny could be the Red Eye's boss?
It sure looks that way from here.
Eu vou trocar depois.
Get to work! No slacking off, you worms!
Look, it's Teagle!
If it's money you want, you'll have more than you can use. Now work! Work!
Wait!
Who? Yuri Lowell? What are you doing here? Princess!
You have no right to call yourself a knight. Brute force is not the way to honor the prestige of the Empire. Put down your weapons now. You will also release the people you have tricked into coming down here.
This all might be easier if such a naive little princess were to simply disappear. All of your utopian ramblings make me sick.
That's not the kind of thing someone with delusions of becoming Commandant of the Knights would say.
It's you!
You'll be all right now.
Jaeger, get rid of them.
Ja, my lord. Nothing personal, you see? Just business.
Ok. Bora lá, né, Gigi? Level 30 e 18k de vida. Eita, eles dão muito dano. Ah, não tô...
Don't overdo it.
Holy power, come to me.
Que isso?
First aid. Holy power, come to me.
Então. O que tá acontecendo? Não tô entendendo nada. Tá, eu vou ajudar esse Lily. Pera aí, né? 60% de PV.
This is bad.
Oxi.
Best you can do.
Ai, vou tomar.
This is very dangerous. You're being pretty loose with the items. Oh, I'm sorry.
Garrafa de vida, cadê? Aqui, garrafa de vida. Ai, caramba. Ah, então. Eu tô tombado ali. Ah, mas GG.
How could the Empire cover for such evil?
We can't just let it go.
You should dry off first.
Repeat. Repeat, não. Ah, meu doguinho.
I must admit, you're very strong.
Sir Cumore, it's the Flynn Brigade.
Flynn!
Well, send him away!
We tried, but he insists on coming down to perform an inspection.
That lower quarter lout, he simply has no tact.
Gosh, droite.
Yes, Jaeger. This is our time to shine!
I think we better be making the escape, yeah?
Ah! What is this? Please, step this way. Move! Move! Time to get a move on!
We'll get you next time!
What an original line.
If we don't follow them, they'll... Wait! Our job is to rescue Teagle!
But... I don't know whose job is what, but are we following them or not?
Everyone freeze! That's a... Hey, just in time.
Yuri?
Can you get up?
Yes.
Sorry, but it looks like something's come up. You'll have to head back by yourself. Say hi to the wife and kid for us.
I will. And thank you.
So we are going after them.
Yeah, I'm sure Flynn has things under control here. Sound good, Carol?
Yeah. Plus, I think Estelle's gonna take off after him any minute.
Sorry.
Jeez, we're going after them, right? So let's get going.
All right.
Yuri, wait!
Gotta run, Flynn!
Lady Estellise, this journey is far too dangerous.
Ah, tá. Agora quem tá um passo à frente, né? Ripide. Vou te curar. Calma ainda. Como era que revivia mesmo? Quem não tá revivendo? Não, Ripide. Pera aí, eu vou te dar um negocinho. Cadê? Ripide, acorde. Isso. Oh meu Deus, calma. Pronto, tá tranquilo agora.
I wonder why my bag works so well when I hit enemies with it.
Huh? You don't know how your own bag works?
Yeah, not really.
Surely the bag just has a high level of air conductance.
Air conductance?
It's a measure of how easily something carries air. The air produced when you use strike arts must be easily conducted through that bag.
So that's why enemies get weaker when I hit them with my bag?
Exactly. It's the same as with my belt. Different people have different items that carry air for them more easily.
Wow, interesting. Thanks, Rita.
You sure don't know much about your own possessions.
I guess I better take good care of my bag.
Ah, tá. Tá, Carol. Vamos voltar para tua roupa de merendeira. Eu não te vejo mais sem essa roupa. Tá, pra onde é que eu tenho que ir mesmo? Eu acho que era pro outro lado ali, onde tem um monte de monstro. Mas pra ali não tem nada. Deve ser pra cá. Eu tô me sentindo perdido no meio dos matos. Ah, tem uma pontezinha ali, ó.
What's with you? First you're panicked, now you're laughing.
You're pretty moody yourself, Rita.
You're not really one to talk, Carol.
Just shut up.
I'm so glad we found you here. I mean, I gave up going back to the capital, so even if you had visited me, I wouldn't have been there.
Oh, how sweet, Rita. You were gonna go visit Estelle.
I wouldn't go to the capital just to visit someone. I mean, I have to report my findings on the air crane. I just thought I'd say hi or something.
I don't know. That sounds like an excuse for a visit with Estelle to me.
You stay out of this!
Oh, come on. We're all together again. Let's just be happy about that.
Tô adorando como a doida ali do dragão dá um livro cômico pra história.
There's no sign of them.
Looks like they ended up getting away.
Where are we anyway?
A forest in central
Ah,
Topeka.
Judite.
If I'm right, Torum Harbor is east of here.
We should probably just get to the harbor rather than going back to Heliord.
What? But what about Q-More? Do we just let him go?
I thought the purpose of your journey was to find Pharaoh.
Well,
I wasn't aware brave Vesperia was formed to follow your random whims.
I'm sorry. That was never my intention.
Oh, she's just telling you to relax. Besides, Flynn's on the scene, right? You can be sure he'll take care of things.
Hey, Pharaoh? Brave Vesperia? Start explaining.
Just about to ask the same questions myself.
Oh, Raven.
What the?
Do nada.
What's wrong, Miss Genius Mage? Forget me already? It's me, Raven the Great.
Who the hell do you...
I told you, Raven the Great. Man, you're a scary little kid, you know that?
So, what are you up to?
With all the stuff you've been doing, poor Raven got sent all the way out here to keep an eye on you.
Why would they do that?
First things first. Let's go find an inn at Torum Harbor. I'll tell Raven's pretty hungry, you see.
I suppose there's no point in hanging around here. Torum Harbor is a good first step.
Torum Harbor, then. Would that be all right?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be selfish.
Okay, let's go.
Tá, discurso de...
That man called Jaeger certainly had a unique way of talking.
Unique isn't the word I'd use.
I had a hard time understanding some of the stuff he said.
An ancient way of speaking lost in this day and age.
What? Are you serious?
It would at least make a good story if that were true.
Ai, ai.
Here we
Bora
go.
batalhar. Eu tava evitando, mas eu quero mesmo batalhar. Tá, feiticeiro. Vamos ver o que eu
Flynn was asking for Estelle to come back with him, right?
The Knights can't help thinking that the best place for a princess is a castle. He's just worried that he won't be able to keep track of her.
But Estelle decided to set out on this journey on her own, and you want to respect that.
I haven't really thought about it all that much.
The Knights are bound to keep following you, though, as long as Estelle's with you.
And what kind of a guild would we be if we didn't get into trouble with the Knights?
I don't think fighting with the Knights is actually a guild requirement.
Tá, vamos continuar. A cidade portuária de Capanhemor. É isso que eu tenho que ir? Voltar e visitar?
I know we haven't been gone for long,
Eu acho.
but I have to say, it still feels good to be back.
Can I get you Pansy some tissues? Or can we go to the inn now? I'm so hungry.
All right.
Bora lá para a estalagem. Pronto. Espera, Coliseu. E falou alguma coisa sobre o Coliseu. Tá. Aqui é a estalagem.
Oh, those two scheming together.
What? You mean Kumor and Jaeger?
Yes. Maybe they saw that they had a lot in common with each other.
A lot in common?
Like being raving lunatics. Whatever the case, they made one hell of a combo.
Looking at those two made me feel totally normal.
Get a couple of nasty people together and they'll put together some nasty plans. We were right to let Flynn deal with it before things got really out of hand.
Tá, vamos continuar. A estalagem alguma coisa assim. Aproveitar e salvar, né? Ei! Custa 300 conto. Beleza.
Huh. So even the Union can't sit still when it knows a princess of the Empire is out on the loose.
Then the Dawn knows that I'm a candidate for the Imperial throne too.
Yep. That's why he told me to come keep an eye on you.
So you're here to observe her? That's kind of creepy.
Really?
What? Is it just me?
Anyway, here I finally catch up with you, and I wind up sticking my foot in that mess back there. It hasn't been easy for old Raven.
But why worry so much about Estelle?
It's only natural considering the state of things between the Empire and the Union.
Each side is trying to feel the other out. The Dawn just wants to keep track of their movements.
So, you're all planning on looking for this pharaoh by going to the sands of Kogor?
Yes.
Do you know what sort of place a desert is?
Well, it's hot and dry, and they've got a lot of sand there.
That's putting it lightly. It's not as easy as all that, though.
Our plan is to get to the area together first.
And then?
Then I guess we'll go around and ask where Pharaoh is.
I don't even know where to begin commenting on that plan. So it's not just that you don't want to go back to the castle anymore, right?
Well...
It'd be easier on old Raven if you did, though. I'm just saying.
No, I'm sorry, but I have to know the truth behind Pharaoh's words.
Huh. Well, the Desier continent actually suits me just fine.
Why is that?
I've got to go to Nordopolica for another errand I'm running for the Don. Have to deliver a letter to Bellius.
Whoa, that's pretty important.
That's the boss of the Colosseum and ruler of Nordopolica, isn't it?
Technically speaking, he's called the Duce.
Do you know what's written in the letter?
It's got something to do with those monsters that attacked Dongrist. In particular about that Pharaoh chap you all are following. The Don thinks Bellius will know something about that monster.
Looks like it just became worth our while to pay this Bellius a visit too.
Right.
So if you don't mind, Raven here will just tag along with you.
That's fine, but you'll have to follow the laws of brave Vesperia.
Got it. It's not like I can go join in your guild, you know? You understand.
Why can't you join Brave Vesperia?
It's against the rules for anybody to be in two guilds at the same time. And I guess technically speaking, you are a member of Altosk.
What do you mean, technically?
So are we done? I'm gonna go get some rest then.
Okay. What do you think Rita's gonna do?
What indeed?
Does this mean we're on our own until we leave tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll all meet down at the harbor then.
E vem ao vídeo o título Velho Espião. Eu me separei de todos de novo. Fala com Carol.
What's the matter, boss?
I don't know if I like you calling me that.
The boss is the boss. What would you have me calling you instead?
Just call me whatever you called me before. This boss thing seems a little over the top. It makes me feel silly to have you calling me that.
Don't you think you'll get used to it?
Well, maybe.
Well, you know way more about guilds than I do, right?
I guess. The boss of a guild has to stand as a role model for everyone else. I wonder if I could be that great of a person.
Come on, it's not like you're expected to be the best boss ever from the very beginning. You can take it a little at a time. For now, our guild has a job to complete.
You're right. First we need to take Estelle to meet Pharaoh. But do you think we'll be able to meet him?
Our guild's job is to figure out a way to meet him. If we can't meet him, we won't get our reward, and people will lose confidence in our abilities. That's all there is to it.
I think we may have picked something a little too tough for our first job.
It's more of a challenge that way, and our reward will be that much bigger too. Let's make the best of it.
Yeah.
Será que eu consigo falar com os outros? A garrafa de vida que eu achei. Deixa eu ver se eu consigo. Vocês parecem gatões fortões, exatamente meu tipo. Entrei no quarto errado. Okay.
Do you really plan on helping Estelle find that pharaoh whatever?
Yeah, I guess so.
Didn't that thing say that Estelle was an insipid poison or something?
Yeah, I heard.
After something like that, I guess you can't just tell her to forget about the whole thing. But it won't help her if she uses that as an excuse not to deal with the issue of the succession to the throne.
Yeah, I'm worried that might happen.
What are you talking about? That's what is happening.
Yeah, maybe.
But...
You're saying I should take her back to the castle?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
It was her decision. We have to let her figure out what she should really do.
You realize it might come to blows with this Pharaoh guy, right? She won't get to figure out anything at all if she dies.
She's not gonna die. That's why I'm going with her.
É por isso que a gente está escoltando.
Have it your way then.
Tá. Por que ela tá tão preocupada? Eu gosto da questão. É o que parece. Ela tá gostando bastante da mensagem dela. Será que eles estão lá fora também? Vou dar uma olhada. E repite.
I said that I will deal with things in my way of doing, but I let Cumore escape that easily. What a shame. I don't know how I could explain this to Flynn. I know. We have Guild's job to deal with rather than Cumore. Yeah, I just can't let him loose. Men of his kind will never learn, and will always repeat the same thing forever. I'll have to do something. I left the Empire and formed a guild for this kind of purpose.
He pediu só
He will
confirmando.
get what he deserves.
Repeat confirmou ali. Sem querer eu entrei nesse NPC aqui. Tá, mercado aqui. Vamos olhar. Cadê a garrafa mesmo? Tá. Vou ver se tem comida, temos. Cadê as outras? Ah, era pra ele estar por aqui. Será que eu consigo entrar nessa casa? Faz tempo que eu não venho nessa cidade. O presente ainda não tá. Eu queria saber quem é esse presidente. Casa pra sentar? Tá trancado. E aqui. Mato de Tuirim. E tá trancado também. O armazém também eu não posso. Acho que eu tenho que voltar para a estalagem. Eu achei que eu ia encontrar a Estilia, que é a outra por aqui. Ah, aqui o Steven.
I can't believe we have to travel with you.
What? You ain't happy?
Well, I'm not exactly jumping for joy.
You're too glum. Lighten up. Didn't I stand together with you in the face of evil?
That was only because you had to. I still haven't forgotten about what you did at Nor Harbor.
You still remember that. Some people just don't know when to give up.
I'm not about to make a list of all your offenses. Saying that I'd rather not have your company on our trip is already more than enough.
Don't worry. I'll be on my best behavior. I behaved myself at Cave Mock and Gasperos, didn't I?
Yeah, that sure would be nice.
What should worry you more is whether or not these old bones will be able to keep up with you youngins for much longer.
You plan on sticking with us until Estelle goes back to the castle?
The Don ordered me to keep an eye on the girl. I ain't got much choice in the matter.
Sounds like a tough job.
I wonder if I could hand her over to the Imperial Knights somewhere.
I can see it in your eyes, old man. You're thinking bad thoughts again.
Nah, not at all.
Well, it's really too bad that you're going to be traveling with us, but might as well make the best of it.
What do you mean, really too bad? Well, whatever. Anyway, Raven the Great is going back to the inn. Later, boy.
Valeu. Bem. Ah, eu tenho que achar os outros, então, pelo visto. E tu, Alfim? Boas-vindas à mundialmente famosa balsa de precisar de algum carona. Fale comigo. Tá. Eu passei aqui já, então não tem nada. Elas devem estar no canto de baixo aqui. Aqui. É estilo.
I'm just incorrigible. Whenever something or someone catches my eye, I forget all about everything else. I really lose sight of everything I was planning on doing beforehand.
Yep, that's about right.
I came to my senses after Judith told me. Until now, I've been dragging the rest of you around with me like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, it could be worse. If you were Empress, one word from you and the entire Empire would run off to do your bidding.
Yeah. I kind of feel like coming with you was the right choice.
Oh yeah?
I've been able to see all sorts of new things. I still don't know whether I'm going to take the Imperial throne, but there are still so many things left to learn about in this world.
And Pharaoh's one of those things?
It scares me to think about it, but I have to know who I am. I have to know what he meant by saying I was the insipid poison of this world.
It sounds like you've made up your mind.
Yuri? I might end up trying to order you guys around again. Next time I do that, yell at me, would you?
Sure. It's not the sort of personality trait that's easy to fix by yourself. Though there's another guy who's also a tough nut to crack, so I think we'll let him be the one we vent our frustration on.
Well, I'm going back to the inn. I'll see you.
Provavelmente é o Raven. Tá faltando a menina, me esqueci como é que é o nome dela. A Judite. Será se ela já tá? Queria falar com ela ainda. Bom, eu vou voltar para a estalagem e ver se eu vejo ela por aqui. Eu tenho que falar com a Judite. Sei cadê ela. Vou procurar. Ver se eu acho a doida. Não tá aqui, certeza. Não tá. Só deve estar na direita então, na extrema direita. Eu espero, né? Por aqui talvez? Eu acho. Provavelmente não. Fazer o quê? Será que tem algum canto que eu não olhei? Cadê ela? Não tô vendo ela. Bom, eu vou voltar para a estalagem e ver se eu encontro. Queria conversar antes de tentar, mas bora lá. Não posso deitar? Não posso. É, não posso ainda. O que eu tenho que fazer então? Ela não tá aqui. Vou tentar olhar na entrada da torre. Ou na entrada da cidade. Ah, aqui.
Oh? Are you going to look for that Cumore guy by any chance?
Nah, just going on a walk. Where were you?
Just out for a walk like you.
What you said to Estelle earlier hasn't been gnawing at you, has it?
What I said earlier.
Didn't you say some pretty harsh things to Estelle?
Oh, right. Sorry to beat you to the punch like that.
What? You didn't beat me to the punch on anything.
You were going to tell her the same thing that I did, weren't you?
What, you figured it out? You don't have to apologize for something like that.
All right.
So weren't you going off to look for Cumore after feeling bad about hurting Estelle with what you said?
No, I wasn't. You don't believe me?
You care for other people's feelings a lot more than you let on, I think.
No, not at all.
Well, whatever.
What about you? Aren't you going out to look for him?
I told you already, I'm just going for a walk.
Vou conversar. Você acha mesmo que eu me preocupo com você? Nossa. O que será que demora eu chegar, enfim? É isso? Bora voltar então, né? Eu acho que eu já falei com todo mundo. Tá. Posso dormir? Sério, jogo? O que eu tenho que fazer? Falar com a doida então. Já chega, é. Falar com a recepcionista então. Ah, descansar essa noite, pô.
Ready to go?
What should we do about Rita?
That one has her own matters to attend to.
That sounds about right.
So, first to the harbor and then find a boat? Huh?
Tudo radiante.
Are you coming too?
Yeah.
Wasn't there something you had to go do?
You were going to investigate the air crenna, weren't you?
It turns out the one at Cave Mock the Commandant asked me to look into has already been researched. I hadn't really made up my mind about which route to take to research the others.
So you'll be using us to help with your investigations?
Well, there's no guarantee I won't run into trouble like back at Heliord. Anyway, it'll be safer for me this way than going alone.
Nice to see your glowing personality hasn't changed.
This means we'll be able to travel together again. I'm so happy.
Yeah, you know, it's no big deal. Anyway, we were going to the harbor, right?
Ah, to be young again, I tell ya.
You got something you want to say?
Whoa! Down, girl!
To the harbor, then.
Para pro porto, então.
The two barrier blastia of this city and Nor Harbor were originally a single blastia.
Did you read that in one of your books back in the castle?
Yes, actually there were 3 pieces. The last piece sunk in the sea between the two cities.
I wonder if you could raise that Blastia. And if you sold it, you could live like a king forever.
The Empire would have already done it if they could. Any idiot could come up with that idea.
You don't have to be mean about it.
Bora lá. Eu acho que eu tenho que pegar o barco agora pra tentar tornar. Então eu vou tentar ir lá pro barco. Oxe. Que estranho. Qual o problema? A floresta de Chagrin só devia abrir durante as temporadas de chuva. Olha, todos elas já se purificaram. As plantas são mais sensíveis à mudança do ecos humanos, da variação. A gente não quer que aconteceu com o hoje. O que mais? A Blastia de Argamazém. Acredito que aquele esquisitão do dragão. Fiz isso de novo, vou verificar. Nunca. Esquisitão do dragão. Que emoção toda essa? Ah, tá. Não foi você? E recusa responder. Foi terrível, não sobrou nada que eu pudesse consertar. Principalmente pela sua perda. Quando eu encontrar aquele esquisitão, vou dar um soco que ele vai parar na estratosfera. Esquisitão do dragão idiota. Assustador. Não sei o que você está tentando fazer, mano. Não estou causando nenhum problema para vocês, já falei. Não vou fazer nada que possa prejudicar vocês de algum modo. Tá. Então tá, né? Ela saiu de nossa ordina ali pra fugir a Blastia e voltou.
Oh, Yoder!
Oh, it's you all. We meet again.
So what's a successor to the Imperial throne doing in a place like this?
I've been working with the Dawn to officially seal our Treaty of Friendship.
Is it going well?
Well, I wish I could say it were going better.
I can imagine. That Heracles monstrosity kinda made the Union really not like the Empire.
Yes. And now, prominent members of the Empire are voicing their doubts regarding the Friendship Treaty.
The conditions the Dawn gave the Empire were for a treaty of equality, after all.
And they are certainly not on equal footing with something like that.
Yes. Had I known about Heracles beforehand, I could have stopped them, but...
You didn't know about that thing? You're in line to be Emperor.
I know, but I have no authority over the Imperial Knights.
The Imperial Knights act on orders from the Emperor alone. They do not report to anyone else.
Well then, it's easy. Just become Emperor.
You mean...
Becoming Emperor isn't as simple as that.
Why not?
To ascend to the throne, one must possess the Imperial treasure, Dane Nomos. But Dane Nomos went missing around the time of the Great War, 10 years ago.
Huh. So that's the real story why we still don't have an Emperor.
And that's why Rago wanted to get his hands on Dane Nomos.
What was that, Yuri?
Forget it, it's nothing.
Anyway, is it really okay for an Imperial candidate to be wandering the streets like this?
Dane Nomos deve ser a Blastia que afundou? Ou... Eu acho que é a terceira Blastia que afundou na cidade. E o pessoal tá atrás.
I was just on my way to Heliord.
That is closer to Dongress than this place is. Negotiations would probably go smoother there.
I believe so too.
Master Yoder, we should be off.
If you'll please excuse me.
Ele não pode ceder o trono porque ele não tem o negócio. Tá, e agora? Pra onde é que eu tenho que ir? Pegar o barco? Tem que respirar. É, eu tenho que ir pra cá.
Against that many? You've got to be crazy.
I wouldn't do that even if I had 9 lives.
What's going on?
Halt! If you won't do the work I've paid you for, then I want my money back.
Ah lá.
Add the indigo beasts to the blacklisted guilds.
A Kaufman é a doidinha que apareceu no começo lá quando os monstros estavam atacando a cidade.
Yes, Madam President.
Isn't that the woman we met at Dayton Hold?
É um forte Dayton.
Yeah, that's her all right.
Why do you guys know her?
We just met her once a while back. Is she a friend of yours?
I wouldn't say I know her. She's the president of Fortune's Market, one of the 5 master guilds.
In other words, she's one of the top dogs at the Union.
Hey, I just got an idea!
What's up, Carol?
Maybe she could get a boat for us to take across to Desier.
Tá, bora lá atrás dela. Você tem um barco aí? E aí, beleza?
Well, if it isn't Mr. Yuri Lowell, you've come at just the right time.
Huh, I guess those wanted posters really do work.
Listen, I've got a job that would be just perfect for you.
Hard labor, huh?
I like a man who can cut to the chase. As you may have heard, schools of mermen often attack cargo ships at this time of year.
Huh? But I thought there was another guild that always served as your escort.
It seems the leader of the mercenary guild I hire passed away suddenly, so they aren't available. The other Guardian guild simply has no backbone. I don't know what to do.
What was the name of that Guardian guild you mentioned?
The Blood Alliance.
Gee, I wonder what could have happened to them.
Eles morreram?
You're all as guilty as I am. Hate to disappoint you, but we're in the middle of something right now, so...
Wait, Yuri, what about the boat?
Did you say boat?
We've made a guild of our own.
We're called Brave Vesperia.
That's a wonderful name. Well then, shall we talk business? Mutual gain is one of the basics of all business, you know. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Sorry, but like I said, we're in the middle of a job. We can't take on anything else right now.
We won't call it business then. Let's just say we'll cooperate as 2 guilds helping each other out. That way we won't be going against any guild principles. There are various incentives for getting along with me, you know.
Well...
All right, we can talk, but we need to go to Nordopolica. We can't afford any detours.
Fine with me. The mermen are only a problem in the waters near here. As long as I get to another port, I'm good. Once we arrive, I won't have any trouble making arrangements with another ship.
Wow, she means business.
So, do we have a deal?
I have the sinking feeling we just got tricked into something.
Fortune's Market isn't known as the best group of salesmen under the sun for nothing.
This isn't so bad. Now we have a way to cross over to Desier.
I'll even throw in a bonus for all of you.
Bonus? What do you mean?
If we arrive safely in Nordopolica, I'll give you the boat we used to get there.
Caramba, se a gente chegar seguro, o Lolo vai dar até um barco.
The boat looks pretty beat up, but it's still a good deal.
Right?
So these mermen must be pretty tough customers if you're willing to part with the boat.
I'll leave that to your imagination.
Aí ela vai me dar um barco lascado, mas ainda um barco.
Figured as much.
Marvelous. We have a contract then. Now that we've settled the details, I'd like you to get to work right away. Just let me know when you've made your preparations.
Tá. Eu vou salvar o jogo primeiro. Calma ainda. Quero esse barco aí. Antes de partir, eu vou abastecer. Vamos ver o que tem aqui na loja para comprar. E eu não tenho mais scouts. É isso que dá. Caramba, eu não pensei que eu ia ficar assim tão apertado com dinheiro. Bora lá. Ah, eu acho que eu tenho entrado no lugar errado. Nossa, eu sou péssimo com direção. Tá, antes de continuar, eu vou dar uma mini pausa que eu quero usar o banheiro. Eu volto. Calma ainda. Não, eu vou botar essa música. Pra ela carregar, claro. Vamos, YouTube. A YouTube não quer carregar. Aí, foi. Eu volto. Alô, alô? Tá, eu tô vendo na hora aqui que é a metade. Ah, eu vou fazer um encerramento e eu vou fechar a live. Pera ainda, deixa eu voltar aqui pra tela do jogo. Tá. Bem, eu acho que deu um tempo bom aqui, né? Eu vou encerrando. Bom, a gente chegou no porto de Após em Turim, o porto que eu sempre me esqueço o nome, e encontramos a Elfmin. Ela ofereceu pra gente um acordo de que ia levar a gente para o nosso destino, e quando chegamos lá, se chegar a ser tudo inteiro, a gente talvez ganhe um barco. Ou seja, provavelmente logo a gente vai estar livre para andar no mundo do jogo, tipo, livremente, sabe? Pelo menos eu acho, né? Que normalmente RPG tem um veículo para tu locomover assim. Bom, eu tô gostando bastante, algumas coisas estão se desenrolando. Pelo que parece agora as apresentações acabaram e o jogo realmente vai começar, sabe? Eu tô com bastante habilidades já, tanto no Yuri como nos outros personagens. E a gente tá desbloqueando mais habilidades de combo, mais skills e tudo. Tem novas artes. Novas artes especiais, mais ataques. Pelo que eu tô vendo, a história tá se desenrolando bem. Inclusive a Judith tá sendo como um alívio cômico bem divertido pelos comentários que ela faz, às vezes com descontraindo, às vezes sendo dura, mas ela tá lá. A Steel decidiu acompanhar a gente na jornada, mesmo tendo os deveres dela. O Kipid ainda tá aqui cozinhando do jeito dele, né? Cozinhando a boa e velha ração para cachorro para todo mundo. O Carol, ele tá junto comigo na guilda, junto com o Yuri. A Rita apareceu agora, pelo que parece ela vai acompanhar a Steel junto na equipe. O Raven, por algum motivo, ele tá escutando a Steel e quer ver o que vai acontecer. Além disso, ele tem a carta para entregar no próximo pouco. E eu acho que é isso, gente. Muito obrigado pela companhia e até a próxima. Valeu!